Well, to finish up this update, I thought I would give you a look-see at the chairs. They've been completely painted, and the bottoms have been screwed to the frames. I only had enough fabric to do, I guess, 8 of them. 2, 4, 6, 7. There's an 8th one somewhere. To do 8 of them in that fabric, but I found this fabric and I thought, okay, that's going to be the queen bee seat. That's where I will sit when it's time for me to do my workshop. So I thought that was kind of cool. Now on these tables, I went ahead and painted both of the little skirt parts black. And what you see there is the clear gloss with, sparklies in it. You see that drying. That will dry to a clear finish, more like what you see on that table. So I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm not so sure I want to decoupage the top of these yet. I don't really know. What I might do is just simply paint them black, put sparkly junk on them, hit the whole thing with urethane a couple of times, and then use a clear tablecloth over them. I'm just not really sure at this point. I'm not going to worry about stuff like that. That's going to be underneath the cloth, and then whenever we do projects on these, I'll have paper down anyway. So, part of the charm is just the extra funk that you get when you order up a big old plate of Cheryl Coyote. So I'm going with it. It's just that simple. I'm not going to fight it. Oh, isn't this looking cool? I can't remember if I showed you that. That whole thing's going to be wrapped in those beads if I can find some more. I can find them in metallic right now, but I want just pearl or iridescent. So I think I'm going to put this project away for the time being. Still haven't finished that sign, and I still haven't worked on the other signs, and I'm running out of time. It's almost the 1st, and I want to be done with this by the 15th. I did find a finish for my floor. We're going to go ahead and scrape it and scrub it and do a little bit of, hit it with a pad sander wherever it needs to be, have the paint knocked up. I'm not going to take all the paint off or any of that. I'm just going to get it down to slick. And then I found this stuff. In fact, I'm going to turn this and look at you. I found this stuff online. It's by Rust-Oleum. It's a concrete floor finish, but it has a shimmer in it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think it's in a polyurethane base, I think, and it's designed for garages, carports, outdoor use, that kind of thing. You can use it indoors as well, but it's supposed to be extremely durable. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of that. I can do this entire area for about $140. So that's doable. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I can also epoxy over it later if I decide that I want to put epoxy down on top of that. But for right now, it's about getting it clean, getting it shiny. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this back around. I'm going to do draperies at the, not functional, just sort of dramatic drapes hanging here and there at the windows. I want to do a drape here between this pole and that, right here in this corner. I need to do some drapery over in that doorway there, that sort of thing. I need to start hanging some fabrics. I found some interesting fabrics. Did I pull them out here? I think they're back here. I want to show you. I want to show you this one. I bought this thing, oh shoot. It had to have been 20 years ago, easily. And where'd she go? Where'd she go? That's all right. You get to take a peek at what I've got lying around while I look for my drapery piece. Yeah, got to put all this stuff away still. But the upside is I actually know where things belong now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I considered using this beautiful green upholstery, kind of a velour velvet, on my chair, but I thought, no, the pink is a better choice. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. I think this is so cool. Look at this stuff. It's like a nylon, poly. Boy, that's irritating. All I get are these dang robocalls trying to get me to buy their health care coverage. Oh, irritating. Anyhow, I thought this stuff would make a neat drape, either at the window so the light would come through it, or somewhere. I think I'll probably put it in a window. I just thought that was such neat fabric. I've got another fabric that's very similar, only instead of having the gold chenille embroidery, it's got silver, slightly different color. I thought I would put that up in here as well. So, yeah, yep, it's coming together. Oh, I think I showed you the bar with all of its glitter on it. I went ahead and covered it with my glitter coating so that, you know, it'd be funky, but also it tones down the white a little bit. The white was just a little bit too glaring. Now it's more of a yellowed white, which I really like. So I'm going to head back over here to my chair, talk to you a bit more before I call it a day. Grant's out working on the door to the apartment. That's become quite a feat of engineering. With every layer that he pulls off, he sees, you know, some rotted wood or something that needs to be fixed. So he's getting down to the nitty gritty of it and building it back up. So that'll be nice. I'm having a little bit of trepidatious worry about doing this floor. It looks like a huge job. I will have help, but lots of moving stuff, lots of scrubbing, lots of scraping, lots of rinsing and cleaning and rinsing and rinsing until I get down to perfectly clean. Once we get down to perfectly clean and it's dry, then we can hit it with the shimmer paint. So, you know, big jobs like that still seem overwhelming to me. They shouldn't, but they do. I guess I haven't done enough of it yet, you know, now that I'm functional again, to really feel like confident about it. But, you know, you do the best you can, and I'm just going to do the best I can and hope, you know, hope for the best. So I've also decided what to do with this this counter. I'm going to go ahead and paint it. Maybe I told you this already. The same color as that black sideboard over there. I'm going to paint it black with a glimmer coating. And I called and got an estimate on replacing this countertop with a piece of glass, which is what was originally here. And it's $105, which is, you know, not horrible, but, you know, there goes another $100. This is the $100 project. Everything I want to do costs $100. But that's okay. Get it done once and I'm done. So yeah. And what I'm going to do while I wait for paint to dry, my whole life seems to be about waiting for paint to dry these days. I'm coming over here and I'm just taking my palette knife, my putty knife, and I'm just scraping this down so that I have all the loose paint off. I don't want to take all the paint off because I love the weird finish of this strange paint, this odd color of sort of apricot. I'm not really sure what color it is. So I'm going to scrape this down real good, clean it, and give it a you know, give it a glitter finish because that's what I do. That's what I live for these days is shiny finishes. So anyhow, that's what I'm going to do the rest of the day, and I will see you guys later. Bye! Well, I ran into the store today to finish painting the tabletops. I really like the way these sides are turning out with the glitter. I'm not done. I'm going to do a couple more passes with thicker glitter. I want it to be, I don't know, kind of with more depth. I was supposed to be, flip this around so I can talk to you. I was supposed to be in town opening up a blah, blah, bank account. That's what I was supposed to be doing. But I frantically looked through my paperwork today. I couldn't find my fictitious business name statement, which should have been right there in my stuff. And what that means is I'm kind of losing my grip on the other important things I'm supposed to be doing, like keeping my paperwork in order and all of that. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to slow my roll today. I came in just to paint these tabletops so that they can be dry when I come back, because I'm going to do more stuff on the top. But I'm going to go home. It's early-ish in the afternoon. I'm going to head home. I'm going to clean my kitchen, which I haven't cleaned in forever. I'm going to make a nice lunch for me and Grant. Then I'm going to start to methodically go through my paperwork, actually get stuff filed, and quit being so, you know, so focused on just doing stuff here. Because I'm, gotta get a grip, you guys. I've got to get a grip. Okay, so we've got the drawing coming up day after tomorrow for the giveaway, the flashlight giveaway. So, you know, tune into that if you signed up. And, you know, just putting one foot in front of the other and trying to get through, dealing with a lot of fear and anxiety right now about not being able to really get off the ground with this whole deal. I have grand plans, but and I'm just not sure what's gonna happen, if I'm gonna be able to, you know, make the net every month so that I can pay my bills. I'm worried about those things. It's funny, you know, the first time I opened a store, I didn't even consider that. Didn't even occur to me that I wouldn't, you know, bring in enough cash to be able to keep the electricity on. This time, you know, however many years later, 30 years later, I'm worried about that stuff. And I know I probably shouldn't be, because ultimately, at the end of the day, I knew I had to give this little business a go. I wasn't going to be able to live with myself if I didn't push forward and try to build this little dream business that my mom and I had talked about, you know, so much in the last couple of years of her life. So there you go. Yeah, I think I'm going to head to the grocery store, pick up something, and go home and make a nice lunch for me and Grant. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, this is my mostly Dollar Tree chandelier that I'm making. Isn't this thing cool? I've got, this side is done with the beads hanging and all of that. I've left this side open here so that Grant can get his hand up in here and put the light bulb housing. Then up on top will be another little piece like this that will have these little guys hanging from it. Yeah, so I got the small bowl, the large bowl, and the vase all came from Dollar Tree. I ordered this stuff, I think it was from Wish, and then I bought a couple of old or not antique, but just old chandeliers. One was super cheap. It had a lot of this stuff in acrylic. These are not glass, they're acrylic. And so I'm tearing that one apart, and I'm using it in this little chandelier, which will have a mate to it. I'm going to make two. But over here is the gaudy chandelier that I'm tearing apart. It broke when the people were moving it, so they just gave me this light. And so I'm kind of cannibalizing some of these things. I'm going to take these awful gold candy cane looking things off. And then I'm going to, I can't fix this because it's glass and it's broken and it won't hold. So instead I'm going to take off every other one. So this is going to be a 4-arm chandelier, much less gaudy than you see now. And it is going to live next to this chandelier here, which you can't see very well. That's a lot less gaudy. So those two will go together. And then down in here, you really can't see this one. This is, well, I'm not even going to pick it up. This is the mystery chandelier. It's beautiful. So anyhow, I was thinking when I take down those ceiling fans, I'm going to replace them with these two similar, but not the same chandeliers. I thought that would look neat. And then the two that I'm making over here will find places to hang. I've got about 3 more light fixtures that have to hang. So these two will hang as well as one more. So that's what I've been doing today. Well, it seems like everything is much, much harder than it appears. First of all, this ends up being entirely made of plastic. I thought that the arms and all that was made of glass, but apparently not. So it's very breakable. And what we're trying to do is take off the arm that was opposite this broken arm. And I thought, okay, that's cool. We'll take it off. I can just use 4. But man, they really meant for these things to stay on. We don't see any blue, but Grant suspects that they put Loctite on these, and that's why they're not coming off. And he's the man with the, he's definitely the man with the tools. So if it can be taken off, he can definitely do it. So anyhow, I'm trying to take off these hideous gold things. I hate them. And that will make this chandelier kind of match the other chandelier a little bit more. And I don't mind that they're not an exact match. I just want them to be, kind of similar, just visually similar. And these nasty gold things just ruin that visual similarity. So anyhow, that's what we're wrestling with this afternoon. Well, Grant's out there sitting in front of the door outside where it's warm. I'm not talking to you, honey. I'm talking about you. Where it's warm, outside eating his lunch. I packed his lunch today. We have ham sandwiches, some potato chips, and a really gorgeous piece of chocolate cake, and coffee. So look, Grant managed to get all those weird things off. He just took a bolt cutter and snapped them off because these things really don't disassemble real well. And so I'm kind of on the fence if I should get down there and just grind them down at the bottom, or if I should just put like some hot glue or something on the ends of these pieces so that, these are sharp. These will bite you if you touch them and you're not ready for it. So I want to protect whose ever fingers get up here to clean the insides of these occasionally. But so anyhow, see, he took all the weird little hangy things off. Couldn't get those off, but that's okay. Those little spidery arms at the top. That's not too objectionable. So yeah, now I've got something decent to work with. Well, there it is. Finished and ready to hang. I think that looks pretty neat for mostly Dollar Tree. And while these little finials didn't come from or these drops, pendants, I guess, didn't come from Dollar Tree. Like I said, this bowl, this vase, and this big bowl, and this vase under bowl under here all did. And again, this was from Wish, but you can get it all over the internet, different places, and it's cheap. I can't remember how much I spent for 100 feet of it, but it wasn't too bad. I think it was like $33 for 100 feet, and there is about, let's see, how many feet's in this? Okay, there's about 30 feet, not a little bit less than 30 feet in there. So that gives you the price of these acrylic crystals, and you might be able to find them cheaper. I know you can find them more expensive. So anyhow, there we go. I just noticed I still have to hang little finials down here, or pendants on the bottom here. So that isn't quite finished, but we did get the, you can see the fixtures in there ready to go. So that thing is just about ready to hang. I have to figure out where I'm going to put it. I have no freaking idea where it's going to go.